Okay, this is for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This message is something that has been coming to me for about a year. It's a relationship type, and I have um, been wondering what it was. I have noticed some people speaking about it, touching on it, but I have not noticed any people any melanated people who have been going into detail about this relationship type to share details that will be in alignment with us. So that is the perspective that I'm here to share about. And as Spirit has been pushing me to speak directly to the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So this is going to be one of those. Now, this is specifically in reference to divine counterparts coming into divine union. A divine union is not a soulmate, it is not a karmic, it is not a twin flame. This is a relationship where you guys come together to do specific spiritual work. You share the same spiritual path. You have this similar spiritual passions and you create together. This is a monogamous relationship type, and it is also, well, I guess this is a relationship where you're doing things and coming together, um, where you're holding a value of each other. So what they're telling me is that this relationship cannot be disturbed in regards to the intimacy that is built between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. However, some people may be uh, sexually fluid from what they're saying, but this is a relationship between a masculine male born man and a feminine female born woman. This is because from masculine male born men and feminine woman born women, you get organic creation, right? Just a relationship between a man and a woman. Okay, doesn't matter. All the other stuff doesn't matter. But if you're a man and you're a woman and you're coming together, you know, this is a divine union. And this is like this because, just like I said, from this you get organic creation, organic birth. It is mother, father, child, not triple penises. Okay, so it's mother, father, child. It's the Holy Trinity. So that is essentially what this relationship is based in, the yin and the yang. Okay, and you guys are coming together to do specific spiritual work together. You guys share a mission. This is a partnership that transcends uh, realms. It is extremely expansive. It cannot be held in a small container. This is not a relationship that where you would feel like you would need anything external. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now this is the second time I'm gonna try to do this, honey. I'll probably think the third time. So I had started pulling cards, but you know, people coming in and out and stuff like that. So one of the first cards that we got was balance, and then we got well, let's talk about balance first. As we spoke about, this is a balanced relationship where you get organic creation from. So that would be the yin and the yang. And then in addition to that, the divine feminine and the divine masculine need to balance themselves first before they could come into union. You're not going to come into union with a person who is not at a certain level. You have to be at a certain level spiritually in order for you guys to come together. You have to be already on the path of wholeness, right? This is not, you're not in a place where you're looking, you're searching, you're finding. You have found and you have returned. And now You have had the time and you have done the healing, and now you are moving towards each other. And then as you guys move towards each other, um, there may be that recognition for some of you. Some of you may not even know. For someone, some divine feminines, you're wondering, like, did I meet him? And it's with so much anxiousness and angst around the divine feminine. A lot of divine feminines, especially being alone for so long and not having anyone, it's like you desire to have your divine masculine, right? But it's like, at the same time, if I can't have the spiritual connection, like if you just calling me telling me I'm beautiful, if you just calling me telling me, like if you're not talking about nothing, it ain't hitting for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of those conversations that the divine feminine has been having, and a lot of divine feminines are at the point where they don't even have interest to entertain a mofo. Like you're not talking about nothing. You just what are you talking about? And then what are you doing? How are you living your life? Where are you going? How are you transmuting the dysfunction within you? Because we've all got some dysfunction within us that we need to be working on. And if you're not working on it, then what are you really doing? You sitting over there in a place where you're talking about, I am who I am. I don't need to change. This is me. Take me as I am. Okay. A person should 100% take you as you are. But are you yourself? Are you the all and every that you should be? Or are you just walking around wounded and loyal to your baggage, loyal to your trauma, loyal to the words and worlds that others outside of you have given you, loyal to what your friends say, loyal to what your mama say. You're not really yourself. So let's take that into consideration, divine feminine. Some of you may have anxiousness and angst in regards to your divine masculine. Don't don't do it. Don't cross the line. Okay? And if you're wondering if somebody is him, then he's probably not him. If you're wondering when he's gonna get it together, and this goes for the divine masculine too. Like if you're wondering when she's gonna get it together, when is she gonna see, when is she, that's not it. She's not it, he's not it. Because it's not gonna be something where you are going to have to wonder, or where you're gonna have to go through all of this twin flame bull crap, up and down, back and forth, round and round, hooping and hollering. This is a relationship, a partnership, a transcendence, an ascendance between two individuals who have come to a specific point, who wish to go to a next point together. That's what this is. So we got the balance, and then we got the Ace of Swords upside down, which is the divine feminine's angst. That's what they gave me for that. That's you. That's your angst. You're in the clouds. You're trying to keep a clear mind, but you're twiddling and diddling your thumbs. And from what I'm seeing, this is not a daily thing. Like you're not in this energy daily, but it's like, when you do have those moments where you've done the work, it's like, well, shit. Is it gonna happen for me, or am I just gonna die here alone in the woods because I'm a divine feminine and I want to be on the woods, or in the woods, or in the water, or somewhere where no one is, in a secluded place. Right? So no, you're not. You're not gonna die on the rock. You're not gonna die in the woods. You're not gonna die on the island. You're not gonna die in the ocean. Especially if this video has found you, you found this video. Okay, and the next one we have is the Eight of Pentacles. Just be patient, because abundance is there, abundance is coming, and it's here, it's coming. So just be patient, have the diligence that you need, and keep your standards. Do not lower your standards to, oh, I just, it's been a while. If it's been a while, you can go a while more. Believe me, it's not worth it. You're not missing nothing, child. And then, of course, the divine masculine showed up, honey. He's like, listen, baby, I know. There's angst, right? And there's anticipation. But the masculine comes along and it reminds us that still we need to be patient and still we need to go deeper and still we need to continue to do the work. The work never stops. The work never ever stops. And in this instance, this is what the masculine, the divine masculine, seems to be bringing with this specific union that I'm speaking about right now. An energy of grounding. The divine feminine is more creative and free in her expression within this specific union type. She's more creative and free in her expression. She is more open to experiencing. Okay, so as we were talking about the divine masculine and how he comes in and kind of swoons you into calmness a little bit, right? We also have the song playing called A Girl, well, it's called Girl Like You by Taro Moy. So you can look it up. Look it up and take a listen. But maybe it's something in there, that your divine masculine will be saying to you. But nonetheless, Emperor came out. He calmed you, of course, and just let you know to keep up the work. Okay. So this is just occasional for you, where you feel like this, where you have these bouts of anxiousness. Yeah, my giving and receiving. I know one thing for myself personally, and this is the number 10, which is two, and we have my aunt between the two pillars here, and then the snakes. Um, I know personally for myself as a divine feminine, I have had to come into alignment with just receiving because that's not something that I have always been accustomed to. Just receiving and just receiving because I am worthy of receiving. I don't need a reason to receive. And just because you give me doesn't mean that I have to give you back. I know for myself, I am very giving and following your intuition. And a little baby. Oh my God, some of y'all's gonna have babies. Oh, that's so sweet. But let's just talk about this real quick and coming into being able to receive, give and receive with balance, right? Oftentimes when you have been the one to give, pour, especially as a healer and as an empath, and as someone who has actually been doing the work, and you want other people to do the work, you want people to join you on the journey. Yeah, it's hard and all that, but the sense of self and the sense of, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be, this is my path, you know, nothing and no one can take you off of that. And when you notice that people are trying to take you off of that, you know that they're not your people, right? But in addition to that, it just comes with so much freedom, actually loving and accepting yourself. Especially as melanated people, we have to have one of the very first deaths that I experienced in my early 20s was the death of me having this attachment to my hair and to my skin, so that was one of the first things that I went through. But I say this to say that when you don't really truly value yourself and you're not in a place of where you're comfortable with receiving, it can be strange when you're just having a reciprocal exchange, and there's this automatic, oh wait, but let me, oh, and it's like, no, there's no need for that. You can just be in what the experience is, and that's it. Okay. And now we have the number 35, um this beautiful green with a baby, and the baby is, honey, the baby's given. The baby is like the baby's eaten down. Like, yes, I am here. I have arrived. I am on the throne. This is a wonderful, beautiful card. And this is very ancestral. The number 35, not only the number 35 and Queen Nadia and intuition, but just the baby sitting on the lap. And if you know, you know that the baby carries the the bloodline of the matriarch, not the bloodline of the patriarch, but that's a conversation for another time. So I'm gonna ask, what is the divine feminine? I mean, the divine masculine. What is he? Ooh, he has a decision, honey. What's the decision? Number 31. He has a decision to make, child. Give us some clarity on his decision. Spirits, ancestors, what does the divine masculine have to make a decision about? Okay. The star. Hope, calm, faith, purpose, reward, and preparation, progress, foresight, enterprise. So we have the Three of Wands and the Star, which is success and abundance overflowing, right? Also associated with air, but also rejuvenation. So he needs to make, the divine masculine needs to make a decision in regards to his progress and his preparation. So, from what this means to me, is that the divine masculine is building foundation, building a home for you to step into as the divine feminine. The divine masculine is building a place, okay? So, as he builds this place and comes into contact and does the preparing and has the foresight and continues to work on what needs to be worked on, everything that he desires to build is going to be built. Okay, excuse me. So this Three of Wands also represents the expansion, just as I said, expansion of idea, growth, and the first stages of completion. So he is beginning to feel like he is coming closer to where it is that he wants to be. Of his land of milk and honey. Look at that. So he is coming closer to his land of milk and honey, honey. So that's nice. Okay, what's this they want me to pick out? Between Worlds. And the number 6, the number 3. So the number 3 is out here heavy. The number so number 3, okay? We got 2 3s, 33, 6, we got 35, 51, which is a 6. We got 17, which is an 8. And we have 9, and we have 8, 4, 10, which is a 1. So there's definitely a sense of decision, and the divine masculine is coming to a place where he feels like he can breathe a little bit. Still on mission, still pushing forward. But the first phase of whatever plan that he is putting into place, first phase is completed. What is this? God box. Ooh. Right? Any worries, concerns, desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So that's for my divine. whichever one of you feel like you may need to do that. The divine masculine may feel like he needs to do that in regards to his the the first phase of completion. Goddess, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. And of course, there's always water associated with the feminine, right? I just love being a woman. Okay. And this is the solar plexus chakra. It's safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. So that, okay. All right. So where were we? Solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is associated with the liver. Um, there are indeed a masculine and feminine divinity that is associated with that as well. And of course, we got ascended masters because that's just what the divine feminine and the divine masculine are. They are ascended masters in their own right. So I hope that this is helpful and a good introductory. And let me know what it is that you think or what questions you may have in regards to this union type, concerns, or anything of the sort.